This is Alex Eala's moment. With our dinners, our evenings are fixated when she's playing. That's real
Alex Eala has officially arrived in Washington, D.C. for the prestigious Mubadala City D.C. Open, one of the biggest WTA 500 events of the North American hardcourt season. Fresh off the most memorable Grand Slam run of her young career, the 21-year-old Filipina is stepping onto another major stage, and excitement is already building around her arrival. Fans have begun gathering at the William H.G. Fitzgerald Tennis Center, eager to catch a glimpse of the rising star who captured global attention at Wimbledon. Filipino supporters, many waving their national colors, have turned the tournament grounds into a celebration of one of the biggest moments in Philippine tennis history. Only days ago, Eala was battling on the grass courts of Wimbledon, where she produced the deepest Grand Slam run ever by a Filipina in the Open era. Although her remarkable journey ended in a hard-fought 3-set defeat to Jasmine Paolini, she walked off center court to a standing ovation from an appreciative crowd, a moment that reflected the impact she had made throughout the tournament. Rather than taking an extended break, Eala has wasted no time shifting her focus to the North American hardcourt swing. Washington marks the next chapter of her breakthrough 2026 season, and it won't be an easy one. The Mubadala City D.C. Open features one of the strongest fields of the summer, packed with Grand Slam champions, top 20 players, and rising stars, all chasing valuable ranking points ahead of the U.S. Open. If you've followed Alex Eala's incredible journey, from her breakout performances in Miami to her progress through Madrid, Berlin, and Wimbledon, you already know this season has been unlike anything Philippine tennis has ever experienced. Now, Washington offers another opportunity to prove that her Wimbledon run was no fluke. The question is simple. Can Alex Eala carry that momentum from grass to hard courts and continue her historic rise? Because if she can, the tennis world may be about to witness another unforgettable chapter in one of the sport's fastest rising careers. Waiting for Alex Eala isn't just another WTA 500 tournament. On paper, it's a WTA 500. In reality, the field looks much deeper. Several established stars and Grand Slam champions are expected to compete, turning Washington into one of the strongest stops of the North American hardcourt swing. Every round has the potential to feel like a late-stage tournament match. Among the possible opponents is Alina Svitolina, a player Eala defeated during her impressive run in Berlin earlier this season. If their paths cross again, it would be one of the most anticipated rematches of the tournament. Former finalists, Grand Slam champions, and experienced veterans are also expected to headline the draw, including Naomi Osaka, whose return to top form continues to attract worldwide attention, as well as Venus Williams, whose presence alone remains one of the biggest attractions in the sport. And, of course, defending champion Leylah Fernandez returns with every intention of keeping her title. But perhaps the biggest question surrounding Alex Eala isn't who she might face. It's whether she can recover quickly enough after the emotional and physical demands of Wimbledon. Transitioning from grass to hard courts in just a short period is one of the toughest adjustments in professional tennis. The movement is different. The bounce changes. The pace increases. Even the timing on every shot has to be recalibrated. Many talented players have struggled with that transition over the years. Yet throughout the 2026 season, Alex Eala has repeatedly shown an ability to adapt faster than expected. Every tournament has presented a new challenge. And almost every time she has answered it. Washington also represents another important milestone in her career. Beyond the valuable ranking points and prize money on offer, earning a place in the main draw through her ranking is another sign of how dramatically her career has progressed. Not long ago, she was fighting through qualifying events and lower-tier tournaments. Now she is earning direct entry into some of the biggest events on the calendar, competing alongside many of the sport's biggest names. That may be the clearest sign of all. Alex Eala is no longer the surprise story. She is becoming one of the players everyone is watching. The biggest statement isn't how Alex Eala entered the tournament. It's how she qualified. There were early reports suggesting she might have received a wild card. But the official entry list showed something even more impressive. She earned her place on merit. No favors. No special invitations. Just results. And those results have transformed her season. Think back to June. At the Berlin grass court tournament, Eala produced one of the most impressive runs of her career. She defeated top-level opposition in consecutive matches, proving that her success wasn't a one-match surprise. It was becoming a pattern. Every victory added confidence. Every upset strengthened her belief. Then came Wimbledon. On one of tennis's biggest stages, she once again demonstrated that she could compete with and defeat the very best players in the world. You don't produce performances like that through luck. You do it through preparation, through belief, through years of sacrifice. Following one of her biggest victories, Eala shared a message that quickly resonated with fans around the world. The court is not the place to belittle yourself. It was more than an inspiring quote. It revealed the mindset that has fueled her remarkable rise. A player who once entered tournaments hoping to compete is now stepping onto the court expecting to challenge anyone across the net. Now step back and look at the bigger picture. Wherever Alex Eala has traveled this season, the response has grown bigger. Crowds gathered to welcome her in Madrid. Fans followed her journey to rough Germany. At Wimbledon, Filipino supporters created one of the tournament's most memorable atmospheres, drawing attention from international media and demonstrating just how rapidly her popularity has grown. Now the spotlight shifts to Washington. The Washington metropolitan area is home to one of the largest Filipino-American communities in the United States, making this tournament another opportunity for Eala to compete in front of passionate supporters who have followed every step of her journey. If recent events are any indication, she won't be playing in front of an ordinary crowd. She'll be playing in front of thousands of fans who see her as more than a rising tennis star. She has become a source of national pride. And for every supporter who spent the last few years telling friends and family to remember the name Alex Eala. That prediction is becoming reality. The tennis world isn't trying to catch up with Alex Eala anymore. It has already noticed. Much of this remarkable transformation can be traced back to one man, Tony Nadal, the legendary coach who helped guide Rafael Nadal to one of the greatest careers in tennis history and a collection of 22 Grand Slam singles titles. As a key figure at the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, where Alex has trained since she was just 13 years old, Tony Nadal has played an important role in her development, both as a player and as a person. Those around the academy have often emphasized that his influence extends far beyond technique. It's about discipline. It's about resilience. It's about building champions from the inside out. Earlier this season, Eala revealed one lesson that perfectly captured their relationship. Tony told me things I didn't want to hear, but needed to hear. That single sentence explains so much about her evolution. Great coaches don't simply praise their players. They challenge them. They expose weaknesses. They push them beyond their comfort zones. And sometimes, the hardest conversations become the most valuable ones. The difference in Alex Eala's game throughout 2026 hasn't been limited to cleaner ground strokes or improved movement. The biggest change has been mental. She now competes with greater confidence. She handles pressure more calmly. And she believes she belongs on the same court as the world's best players. Tony Nadal has spoken positively about Eala's potential, highlighting not only her tennis ability, but also her work ethic, character, and personality. Those qualities are often what separate talented players from future champions. Support from the Rafa Nadal Academy, together with the guidance of her coaching team, has helped shape one of the fastest-rising careers in women's tennis. Now Washington becomes another important test. This is the beginning of the North American hardcourt swing. A different surface, different conditions, new challenges, and another opportunity for Alex Eala to prove that her breakthrough season is no coincidence. If she continues building on the momentum she created on grass, the months ahead could become the most important stretch of her young career after Washington. The tour quickly moves north for the National Bank Open in Montreal, followed by the Cincinnati Open in August, before arriving at the final Grand Slam of the season, the U.S. Open in New York. This isn't just another stretch on the calendar. It's one of the most important periods of the entire season. Every match offers valuable ranking points. Every victory builds confidence. And every tournament presents another opportunity for Alex Eala to continue climbing the WTA rankings. Washington is where that journey begins. The setting makes the occasion even more meaningful. The William H. G. Fitzgerald Tennis Center sits in the heart of the American capital, a city that is home to a large and vibrant Filipino-American community. That means Eala is expected to receive strong support every time she steps onto the court. When Alex walks onto the practice courts this week, she represents far more than herself. She carries the hopes of millions of Filipino tennis fans who have followed her remarkable rise from junior champion to one of the fastest rising players on the professional tour. Women's tennis is also reaching new audiences across Asia, and players like Alex Eala are helping drive that growth. Every packed practice session, every autograph line, every Filipino flag waving in the crowd. Those moments reflect a sport that continues to expand beyond its traditional markets. Washington presents another tremendous opportunity. A deep run would provide valuable ranking points and momentum heading into the remainder of the North American hardcourt swing. A title would elevate the conversation surrounding her career even further. It would no longer be simply a breakthrough season. It would become one of the biggest stories in women's tennis. But before any of that can happen, one reality cannot be ignored. Alex arrives in Washington after an emotionally demanding Wimbledon campaign. She fought her way into the second week of the tournament, produced the best Grand Slam result of her career, and challenged one of the tour's most accomplished players before falling in a hard-fought three-set battle. Matches like that can leave players exhausted, physically and emotionally. The transition from grass to hard courts is never easy. Many players need time to adjust. The movement changes. The timing changes. The rhythm changes. The question now isn't whether Alex Eala has the talent. She's already answered that. The question is whether she can recover quickly enough, adapt once again, and continue the momentum that has made 2026 the defining season of her young career. Because if she can, Washington may become the beginning of another unforgettable chapter in one of tennis's most exciting stories. Most players would have needed days, perhaps even weeks, to recover emotionally after a run like that. Some would have gone home. Some would have taken time away from the court. Alex Eala chose a different path. After Wimbledon, she shared a simple message on social media. Everything. Thank you, Wimbledon. Just a few words, but they revealed everything about her mindset. There was no self-pity, no excuses, only gratitude. And then, almost immediately, her focus shifted to the next challenge. Washington. That decision tells you everything you need to know about the player she has become. Think about everything she has accomplished over the past few months. She earned impressive victories against some of the tour's toughest opponents. She produced the best Grand Slam run of her career. She inspired millions of Filipino fans around the world. She walked off center court to a standing ovation after one of the most memorable matches of the tournament. And now, she arrives in Washington as a direct entrant into one of the strongest WTA 500 events of the season. No shortcuts, no favors. She earned her place through her performances. The Alex Eala stepping onto the courts in Washington is not the same player who arrived on the international stage just a short time ago. She is more experienced, more confident, more mature. She is a player who now believes she belongs among the very best in the world. She is a player surrounded by a coaching team that believes in her potential. And she is a player carrying the support of millions of Filipino fans wherever she competes. Now the question belongs to all of us. Can Alex Eala carry her Wimbledon momentum into the North American hardcourt swing? Can she make another deep run in Washington? Or will the demanding transition from grass to hard courts prove to be her biggest challenge yet? One thing is certain. The tennis world is watching. And this may be only the beginning. From Washington to Montreal. From Cincinnati to New York. Every tournament represents another opportunity, another challenge, another chance to make history. If you've enjoyed following Alex Eala's incredible journey from Miami to Madrid, Berlin, Wimbledon, and now Washington, be sure to subscribe and join our growing community of tennis fans. We'll be here for every draw, every ranking update, every unforgettable victory, and every milestone along the way, because this journey is far from over. The world is finally paying attention, and Alex Eala's biggest moments, may still be ahead.